It's the Monday before Christmas, and it's 77 degrees in Northwest Florida. Hey, how's it going, Mason? Sorry.
Scratch babble.
Guys, ladies, I'm tired of tires. Tired of them. So here's the thing, if you're a new motorcycle rider, and if you're new to dual sport, which I was both of those, that's the horn if you're new to motorcycling. The tires that come on are, I don't even know what the hell they are, okay? It doesn't matter. Bottom line is they're kind of like adventure dual sport tires. Depending on who you ask, they're either 70-30, 80-20, 60-40. You get all kinds of answers. Then you start riding your bike for a while. And maybe you hit some environments where those tires aren't enough. So you start thinking about new tires. Then you start reading about new tires. And you start thinking, well, man, am I 60-40? I want to be 60-40, but I'm more like 98-2. But I do go off-road. I had a buddy who had on Shinko 705s, same day, same sand. He'd been riding a little longer than me, and he was just chewing it up. I'm like, okay, well, that's awesome. So the original Stalker's, about 3,000 miles, I needed a new rear, and I'm like, okay. The reality of my riding has been 90-10, 95-10, 98-2. But I still want the ability to go off-road. 705, 704, 705s. Perfect. 80-20. Fit the bill perfectly. It's all you need. So I still have the stock front tire on. So I ordered the Shinko. I went in gravel with these things twice. Not thick gravel. But anyway, went on gravel twice with these things. Holy shit balls. I thought it was squirrely on sand with the stalkers. These things on gravel were like being on ice. Now I know, if good riders, it doesn't matter, and it really doesn't, and I guess that's my point. If you're a new rider, you can't go by the numbers. You can't go by people say, oh, it'll do this, it'll do that. You can't go by, you have to go by your skill level, and you have to ask the advice of other people at your skill level. I thought these 705s, to read about them online, best tire ever made. Lasts for 16,000 miles, costs $24.95, and can go on any terrain, and they're great on the road. But when I bought these tires, my thinking was, I'm going to have to ride a fairly long distance to do any kind of decent off-road around here if I want to get out of the sand. So I want something that's like good on the highway, but I can still go off-road when I get there. This is where the numbers screw you up. Because you're thinking in your mind, 70% on-road and 30% off-road. That's where I can ride. I can ride 80% on-road and 20% off-road. Well, that all sounds fine and good, but here's what doesn't happen. Your tires don't morph into off-road tires once you go off-road. It's still that relatively smooth tire that's giving you that sweet road ride that you like. It's not 80% a road tire, and then when you push a button off-road, 20% of the time, knobbies come out. It's the same tire. So if you're a new rider, and you're new to dual sport, and you buy a KLR or a DR or whatever, and you're looking for tires you can commute on and tires you can go off-road on, forget the numbers. Frankly, at my skill level, which is not very good off-road, I want the most off-road I can get. I mean, I'd like to think that I was going to ride 70-30 or 60-40, but the truth is I am 98-2. However, even that 2% of the time I go off-road, I want to be able to stick to the road. And 80-20 tires are not going to do that for you. All right, so here I am. I just went off-road. I've got the Shinko 705s on the back. Now in dirt, It feels fine. Feels fine. Clay, fine. But when you get on a little bit of gravel, you start getting all squirrely in the ass end, which feels just like the stockers did when I got on sand. It got all squirrely in the ass end. I don't care that it's going to be okay. I don't care that that's how everybody rides. What I care is that it scares the shit out of me right now because I'm not good enough. I miss riding on this stuff. Even with the stockers, the bottom line was to ride around here where I live in the sand at my skill level, I need more knobs. I just need them. So the fact that I was 80-20 commuting or 90-10 or whatever I said, 98-2 is great. But the problem is when you go off-road or when you get in over your head in something other than flat pavement, you want the tires that can handle it. So in my mind, I was buying tires that I thought I could ride from Northwest Florida to Colorado on and then go off-road when I got there. But the reality is, A, I'm never going to do that. And B, I'd rather go with like a D606, like a TKC80. Perfect, which is what I think I'm getting next. Then the way I look at it now is, what's the best tire I can get for off-road that I can still do highway speeds on for a little while? Not 8 hours, maybe 2. So when you're looking at tires, you gotta know what you want out of your motorcycle under certain situations. You've got to know your skill level. You've got to know that you're going to be compromising no matter what you do. And then you figure out what the best compromise for you is. But do not, when you're shopping for tires, and you think about something being whatever percentage on-road and whatever percentage off-road, do not think that it means it'll ride on-road 80% of the time, awesome, and it'll ride off-road 20% of your riding, awesome, because it's just not how it works. Let's see if I can do this without dying. I don't care that knobbier tires are going to be louder at speed. I'll just wear earplugs. If they'll stick to the pavement, but then when I go off-road, they do what you want off-road tires to do, then that's what I'm going to get. So for me, it sounds like, based on all the reviews and ratings, blah, 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 of all the tires I've looked at, I wish that was my motor. Even though the reality of my riding is 90-10, the best tire for me is going to be a 50-50. Because the good ones, like the TKC80s, that are rated 50-50-ish, are pretty damn good on road, even at high speeds. And they're pretty damn good off-road. So even though I may only go off-road 4 out of 40 times riding, those 4 times I go, I am not going to have to worry about it, I hope. All right, that's all I got. I was just tired of tires.